Don't forget to subscribe TechVastVlogger and also tap the bell icon to never miss a video from us. In this video, we are going to demonstrate how we can create machine catalogs and delivery groups with MCS. We will also talk about the system requirement as well as the best practices before you plan to set up a machine catalog or delivery group in your environment. Once again, friends, my name is Nitin Lal and I welcome you all to TechVastVlogger.com. If you are new to my YouTube channel, then consider subscribing. Alright, let's begin. Welcome back, friends. Before creating the machine catalogs, let's quickly understand the system requirements here. I've written a small article as well, which is available on my website TechVastVlogger.com. I will leave this link under the description box as well. So if we talk about machine catalogs is actually a collection of either physical or a virtual machine that you can manage as a single entity called session machine catalogs. Now, if you're talking about machine catalogs, you can either include physical machine or you can include virtual machine as well. You can also set up some static machines as well. So it's up to you. It's based on your requirement. You can simply set up the machine catalogs. Now, if we talk about delivery groups, delivery group is nothing, just the collection of end users required resources. So if we talk about resources, this could either be a desktop or a application. So it's completely up to you how you would like to set it up. Now, if you talk about some basic requirements, you should have at least one or more templates already created either with client OS or a server OS, and you should have VDA installed on the top of it. That is must. Before creating the actual machine catalogs, you need to take few decisions here. That includes the user experience, infrastructure, as well as persistence. Now, if we talk about user experience, you just need to see what sort of user experience you would like to provide to the actual end user. You would like to give them the published applications or a desktop, or you would like to give them both. So there could be a possibility that some of the user will only like to access the application via receiver or with the actual storefront site. So in those sort of scenarios, you can simply set up one of the catalogs by selecting the published application. But if you would like to give them the typical VDI experience, then you can probably give them one desktop, and then as soon as they launch the desktop, then underwrite all the applications, or you can give them application by using the Citrix receiver. So it's up to you what sort of user experience you would like to provide. Now, if you talk about infrastructure here, in infrastructure, this could either be a physical or virtual machine for the users. Now, if you would like to give them the virtual machine, then you can use either MCS or PVS here. But in case if you would like to give them the physical machines only, then PVS is the only available option for you. You cannot use MCS in case if you would like to give physical machines to the users. Now, if we talk about persistence here, there are two different types of desktops available. One is random desktop, as name states itself. Then the desktop type would be random for the users. There will not be a dedicated machine setup for the users. So as soon as user will log in on any of the desktops, they will only get those which is actually available. Now, if we talk about the static desktops, static desktop is a dedicated desktop for the users. So you need to assign the user for that particular machine. Whenever user will log into that desktop, they will only get their desktop. Now, if you create a static desktop, then you have different options available. I'm going to cover that as well once we are creating the actual machine catalogs. So let's quickly open the studio and create the machine catalogs. So I have already logged into my delivery controller here. Let me expand it a bit so you all can see, and I have launched the studio as well. So from here, all you need to do is to create the machine catalog. So simply right click on it and click on create machine catalog. As of now, I don't have any machine catalog set up, so this will be my first machine catalog with Windows 8 client OS. Hit next. Now here you need to select what sort of operating system you are running. As I said that I'm going to create this machine catalog with Windows 8 client OS. So that's why I want to use the option desktop OS. But in case if you're using server OS like Windows Server 2008-12, then you can use this option. So desktop OS is fine. Hit next here. Now in this screen you have different options available. Now by default, the very first option which is selected at this moment, so that says that machine that are power managed, for example virtual machine or a blade PC. In our case we are using virtual machine here, so that option is pretty okay. And also we are going to create this machine catalog with MCS, but you have an option whereas you can create catalog with Citrix provisioning services, as well as you can use some other service or technology as well. Let's say for instance if you have physical machine and if you select this option, then what all options are available. As we discussed as well, if you would like to use physical machine in your environment, then MCS is not an option here. You need to use PVS or you need to use some other service or technology to set up the physical machines. But in our case, as I said, that I'm going to create this machine catalogs with MCS, so I will select the very first option and select MCS here. I will create a separate video on which I will cover the previous part as well later on, but for now let's set it up with MCS. Hit next. Now on this screen it's talking about the desktop experience, what sort of desktop experience you would like to give to the user. Now you have few different options. One is the static desktop. If you select static desktop, then you have these three options available. But in my case I don't want to use static desktop as of now. I want to use a random desktop, so I will select the very first option. So as you can see, as soon as I select the very first option, all other options are grayed out. Hit next. Here we are going to create this machine catalog with Windows 8, so I will select Windows 8 here. Click next again. Now from here you need to select your network, so that is fine, that's the one I'm using, so I will just simply select this one and then hit next. Now from this screen you can simply set up the resources as well as the number of machine which you would like to create. For now one machine is fine, I just want to create one machine here. Now these are some resources, as I said, which you can configure, so I will stick with the defaults here and then hit next. Now from this screen you have an option whereas you can place your machines on specific OUs if you like. By default it goes under computers, so I have already created one OU for Windows 2K12 and 2K8, so I prefer to use Windows 8 OU for my Windows 8 machine. Now here you can simply give the name of the machine, so let's give it a name as Windows 8 --##. Now that is one of the wildcards actually which we are using as of now, so if I increase it to 3#, then it will set up a different number here. Now if you don't want to set up the number, you would like to set some alphabets, you can do that as well. I would like to set it up like this, so that is fine. So my next machine will get a name Win8-01. Hit next again. Now here you can simply give the name of the machine catalog, so in my case I want to give it a name as Win8 catalog. So the description is optional here, but let's give it a description as catalogs for Win8 machines. So before I hit the finish button, I would like to show you guys something here. So I have already logged into my Xen server here. So that's the machine actually which we are using to create the machine catalog. So as soon as we create a machine catalog, it will create a snapshot of the template, and that snapshot will be a source location where the additional virtual machine get provisioned here. Let's say if you create a pool of virtual machines, it will start from that snapshot. And the best part is that the actual machine will not get destroyed here. That will remain there in case if you would like to perform any changes later on the actual template of yours. So let's have a look. Now as soon as we hit finish, you can see that it's creating the machine catalog here. And here you can see that it created a new snapshot as well. So this catalog creation will take a bit of time, so I'm going to pause this recording for now. I will be back as soon as this catalog is created. And we are back here. As you can see that my machine catalog has been set up successfully. Let's quickly have a look on my Xen server. Here I can see the new snapshot, or here I can see a new machine as well which I have created just now. So my machine is set up successfully here. Now after creating the machine catalog, you still have an option whereas you can remove or edit the machines, or you can make any changes under the machine catalog. And let me expand it a bit so you all can see what all options are available. So these are some options which are available later on as well after creating the machine catalog. You can simply do it from here. You can right click here as well. So in case if you would like to add any machines, you can do it from here. You can simply right click on add machines. You can simply select it from here, hit next, and then select the OU likewise which we have done while creating the machine catalog. You need to follow the same exact steps again in case if you would like to add a new machine. I don't want to do it as of now. Again, if I right click on it, I can update the machine as well. If I would like to edit my machine catalog, I can do that as well. In case if I would like to manage my AD accounts, I can do that as well from here. You can also delete the catalog. You can rename it if you like. If you would like to give it some other name, you can do that as well from here. Or if you like, you can test your machine catalog as well. So let's quickly create a new delivery group for this Windows 8 machine catalog. Simply right click on it, click on create delivery group, hit next. So I just have one machine catalog as of now. I will be creating a new machine catalog for Windows Server 2012, but for now I just have this one, and under it I just have one machine. So I will simply select that one machine with this delivery group. Now if you would like to restrict the use of this delivery group, you can do it from here. Either you can allow any authenticated user to use this delivery group, or you can restrict that as well. I'm fine. I'm going to select the very first option for now. Hit next. Now it's giving me an option whereas I can manage the applications as well. But if we talk about the OS which we are using with this catalog, that is Windows 8 OS, and it is not recommended to deliver the applications with client operating systems because you will not be able to make multiple sessions. So that's why it's a good practice to use any server OS in case if you would like to deliver any applications to the users. It's as similar as the XenApp solution which we normally use to deliver the applications to the users. So for now I would leave this screen as it is. Hit next. Now from here you can set up your desktop as well. So let's create one because I want to give the typical VDI experience to the users here. I would like to give them one desktop and under it few applications with Citrix itself. So I would like to give it a name as Windows 8 Desktop. Desktop. If you would like to give any description, you can do that. I don't want to do it. Again, you have an option whereas you can allow or restrict. I would like to restrict it here. So simply click add. As of now, I don't have any user or security group set up, so I will simply add domain users here. Hit next. Simply supply the name of the delivery group here. So I want to give it a name as Win8 delivery group and finish. So delivery group creation will not take a very long time. Likewise, it took for machine catalog. So as you can see that's my delivery group here. Here also I have multiple options available. I can add the machines. Let's say for instance if you update your machine catalog and if you would like to add more machine for the user, so you can do it from here. But as of now I just have one machine there on my machine catalog, so that's why I don't think I will be able to do it. You can add the applications as well, but I will add the applications only for Windows 2K12 template, will not do it for client OS. You can edit the delivery group as well. We are not going to cover app disk here, so I will leave it. If you would like to give any tags, you can do that as well. If you would like to do any sort of maintenance for the machines which is under this desktop, you can simply right click and turn on the maintenance mode here, so that user will not be able to access any of the desktop inside this delivery group. You can delete the delivery group as well. If you would like to view the machines, you can do that as well. As of now I just have one machine, so it will show us here. So that's the machine you can see here. So just have one machine as of now. Let's create a machine catalog for Windows Server 2K12 as well. As I have shown you guys, I have one 2K12 template already created. On this I have VDA already installed. So let's go back to my XenDesktop server. Simply right click here, click on create machine catalog, hit next. Now in this screen you have three different options available. Last time, if you guys remember, when we created Windows 8 catalog, at that point of time we have selected desktop OS, but as of now we are using server OS. I'm using Windows 2K12, so I will select the very first option, which is server OS. Hit next. Now again, these are the same thing which we have seen while creating the machine catalog for Windows 8. So I will stick with the ones which I have used for Windows 8. I'm going to create my machine with MCS, so that is fine. Hit next again. Now that's my template which I would like to use. Hit next again. So that's the one which I would like to use. Hit next again. I just want to provision one machine as of now. Hit next again. I would like to place this machine under Win 2K12. I'm going to give it a name as Win 2K12 hyphen ##. Hit next. Give it a name as Win 2K12 machine catalog and hit the finish button. So as we discussed while creating the machine catalog for Windows 8, it will do the exact same thing for Windows 2K12 as well. The only difference here is that I'm going to use this machine catalog to deliver the applications to the users, not the desktop. You do have an option whereas you can deliver the desktops as well with the Windows 2K12 machines, but I would like to give them the actual VDA experience, whereas I'm going to use Windows 8 machine for desktop, and under it I will be delivering all the applications with Windows 2K12. So this catalog creation gonna take a bit of time, so I'm gonna pause this video for now. As soon as my catalog is created, I will be back. And we are back. As you can see that my Windows 2K12 machine catalog has been created successfully. If I jump over to my Zen Center, that's the machine which I have created just now. So let's quickly jump over to the delivery group and create a new delivery group for this Windows 2K12 machine catalog. So to do that, you need to follow the exact same steps. Right click, click on create delivery group, click next. Now that's the name of my machine catalog which I have created just now, and under it I have just one machine. So I'm going to use this one machine with this delivery group. Hit next. I would like to allow any authenticated user to use this delivery group, that is fine, but if you would like to restrict it, you can simply restrict that as well. Click next. As I said earlier as well, I'm going to give a typical VDA experience to the users. For that, I have already created one desktop machine with Windows 8. So here I'm going to use this Windows 2K12 to deliver the applications to the users. Simply click on add here. Now here you have a few different options available. The very first one is start menu. So whatever application which is listed under start menu, you can simply select those. I don't have any additional application installed. I just have the raw operating system as of now. So for the demonstration purpose, I'm going to pick one which is built in there within the operating system. So let's select calculator here. Maybe you can select command line as well, or if you would like to select some other options like paint or maybe notepad. Yeah, here it is. You can do that. But in case if you have your image that contains any softwares like maybe MS Office, Adobe Reader, you can select that from here. So that is fine for now. Now if you would like to add the application manually, that option is also available. You can simply browse the exe and add the applications manually. In case if you would like to add any existing application, let's say for instance if you already published any application and you would like to add that with this delivery group, you can do that as well. As of now I don't have any application, that's why I'm getting this option like no application were found. And the very last one is AppV. I don't have AppV as of now, but I'm going to provision it later. So you have an option whereas you can select the application which is coming via AppV. So for now I'm fine with these 4 applications. So simply hit next. Now, as I said earlier as well, you have an option whereas you can deliver the desktops as well, but I want to use this just for application. But in case if you would like to deliver the desktops to the users, is as similar as the one which we have done with Windows 8. You can simply give the name of your desktop, give the description, whatever you like. That is optional. If you would like to restrict it, you can restrict that as well, but I don't want to use desktop, so I'm fine. I just leave it blank. Hit next. Give the name. Let's give it a name as Windows 2K12 Apps Delivery Group and hit finish. So that's the delivery group which I have created just now. If I expand it, so that's the machine which is there under this delivery group. Now if I go to the applications here, now here you can see I have these 4 applications which I have added just now. Now under the source you can see it's showing as master image because that application is there within the image itself. Now let's say for instance if you have AppV, then the source will show here as AppV. So that's all I have for now. Thanks for joining me for this course. I will see you in the very next tutorial of mine. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then consider subscribing. Until then, I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.